Hi everyone, my name is Jordan and welcome back to the review on the MTH Premier EMD SD70ACe. Now on the first part we got over the front, top, back, the first side, and now we're going to go ahead and take a look at the second side, and then after we look at the second side we'll take a look at the bottom, and then we'll send this engine to the layout so we can run around the layout so I can show you guys the features and cool sounds. Alright, so let's go ahead and get right back into the review. Alright, so here's the look at the other side of the cab. As you can see, it looks basically the same as the other side, but of course there's different features that the other side did have, but this one does not. If you look closely, there's no label right here, and this label actually says toilet door. I'm pretty sure why it means, or why it says toilet door right here, because of course in the cab right around here, or right here, there's no toilet, and what a lot of engines have is that there's no fuel door that opens up to let out all the waste and so forth out of the side of the engine onto the track. So it's kind of weird, but that's how trains do it. Anyway, on the top of the cab, as you can see, it looks just like the other side. The only difference is that it's a different cab figure. Now, right here, of course, it says 1202. Now, this piece is different, as there was no vent on the other side. It was just a little hatch. Now, right behind the cab, there's a lot to go over with, as you can see. So, starting off from up here, there's a little plastic window right there with another separately applied windshield wiper. As you can see, there's this little box right here, and there's no warning label on it. Right here, this is the other vent to the right, just like the other one. As you can see, I can put my finger. You can see it right through. As you can see, there's the handrails that go from the top and then go right to the bottom and continue all the way to the back of the engine. As you can see, you have three giant vents right here. These are not see-through because you do not want to see all the electronics that are all under here. And then all around the vents, there's these labels right there and there. As we get behind this box right here, as you can see, there's three separately applied grab irons right there, and then as you can see, the handrail goes straight down and then goes along to the back of the engine. As you can see, on the middle of the engine, you have all these hatches, just like the other side, and then of course you have the Nathan Airstrom K5 LLA, and then as you can see, there's a bunch of warning labels all along the bottom, and then on this hatch right here, and then as you can see in the middle, just like the other side, it says Electro-Motive, the next generation of progress. Of course, the walkways, of course, have the safety tread on it, and as you can see, all the handrails going back to the engine. Now, as we get to the cooling unit and the back of the engine, there's a lot to go over with. As you can see, this is the cooling unit again. You can see lift rings on it, on there and there. As you can see, there's a bunch of caution and warning labels all over the last couple of hatches on the engine. As you can see right there, it says SD70ACe right there, and then there's this vent right here. This is actually see-through. But there's no other vent on the other side, so you can't see the other side. And then just like the other side, there's two vents right there, and then there is one giant vent right there, as you can see my finger, just like the other side. So now we get to the top of this. Now we got to the top of the first side. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the axles and then the tank. Alright, so here's a look at the front side of the axle. As you can see, it looks just like the other side. Like it has all the same details as the other side did, so there's not really much that I have to go over with again. The only difference is that this side, that this axle does not have, is the bell that used to be up here. Now, if you look closely, there's these little wires that go, little wire detail up here that looks really nice, and then there's some nice little molded detail all along up here. As you get to the tank of the engine, what's different that the other side did have and this side does not have is the two air tanks right there and right there. Instead, there's these little pipes right here that goes along all the way up here and then lead up on the other side as well. As you can see, there's this no separately applied piece right here. I'll go ahead and try. There you go. As you can see, this is no plastic piece, and then of course, right here, just like the other side, you can see the no fuel tank logo. As you can see, they have the meter and then the hand-painted hand-painted pieces right here, because this is actually this is the other side of the engine where you can also fill up the tank on this side. That's why there's that fuel tank logo right there. Here's a look at the other axle. It looks just like the other side as well. Now, if you look closely, if you see that little golden piece right there, that is actually the bottom part of the flywheel motor. Alright, so that takes care of the other side. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the bottom. Alright, so here's a look at the front of the engine. As you can see right here, you can see the electronics of the Proto Coupler. As you can see that little copper piece right there. And then there's these two little wires that connected to it, so it can pop out a coupler. And then as you can see, this is the piece that I talked about in the beginning of the review. Was this detachable snowplow. As you can see, you would screw these two screws on the bottom of the engine so it can stay nice and tight on the engine. As you get to the first axle of the engine, as you can see, these are the there's two wheels up here, and now there's these two smooth wheels right here. These are geared up as well, and then you have the two wheels back here that do have traction tires. Now, what's really nice about the both these axles is that all the wheels are geared, which is a really nice touch, because you have all-wheel drive, which means that you have a ton of power. Pulling. Meant to say pulling power. As you can see, there's two pickup rollers on each axle. As you can see, there's this little metal piece right here. Now, I believe this piece is for the two-rail operation. So, if you take off, you would take out this pickup roller. These little metal pieces would allow your engine. I believe these little metal pieces will allow you to get power from the wheels instead of the pickup rollers. Now, if you look closely on the axle, it actually says MTH right there. As you get to the bottom of the tank, as you can see, there's these four little holes right there and there, so you can take apart the engine just like that. Now, if you look closely, there's a bunch of these labels. Now, first off, I believe this number 2 stands for that you can convert this engine into two-rail operation. Now, I'm not 100% sure if that means that. I do not know what the D stands for. But there's this note label that over here that, if you do not know what that says PS3 freight, because this is a Proto-sound 3 engine that's a freight train engine. And then, of course, right in the middle, you have the speaker. And then here's a look at the last axle. As you can see, it's just like the front axle. As you can see, you have two traction tires on this wheel right here. And then you have the smooth wheel right here, and then you have another wheel with no traction tires. And then you have the Proto Coupler just like the other one. You have the copper piece right there, and then you have the two wires right there connecting to the copper piece, and then that's what pushes that coupler to open. Alright, so that takes care of the detail look on the engine. And last but not least, I'm going to be going ahead and showing you guys the features on the engine, and that's of course running this train on the layout. So let's go ahead and send this engine from the review table to the layout so we can go ahead and run it around. Alright, so now we're at the layout, and I'm going to go ahead and put power through the track so we can start this engine up. Alright, so let's go ahead and go over the sounds. So let's first go off with the horn. Now the reason I stopped there is because if you listen closely, you can hear the milepost detector. Now that's a really cool, it's a really cool feature that I absolutely love, because if you have a scanner or if you're a rail fanner and uses a scanner, you'll most likely hear that when a train is coming on the track, and I absolutely love that MTH put that little feature in, and I just can't help it, but it sounds awesome. Alright, let's go ahead and listen to the bell. Now what I do want to point out about the bell is that even though I just showed you that the bell, or it was a mechanical steel bell that was right here, the sound is an electronic bell. Now I'm not 100% sure if MTH did that on purpose or that was an accident, but at least it sounds good though. So last but not least, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys listen to some of the crew talk sounds. But the only thing is that since I'm running this engine conventionally because I do not have a DCS remote, the crew talk sounds play randomly, so I can't control the crew talk sounds, but I'll randomly let the engine wait and then it will play the crew talk sounds. So I do apologize that I'm running the engine conventionally. I do not have a DCS remote yet, but soon I will be getting one soon. But what type of crew talk that I can actually access is the passenger freight announcements. Now if you kind of listen closely when I was talking, you can hear some of the crew talk sounds. As you can hear, that plays randomly, so I cannot have any control of doing that. But anyway, so let's go ahead and move this engine out. I have some cars running behind it. I have a Pennsylvania box car running. These are all Lionel freight cars running behind it. As you can see, this is a Lionel Pennsylvania box car, a oil tank, and then a Pennsylvania caboose back there. So let's go ahead and move this engine. Let's go ahead and move this engine out. Alright, so now in this part of the running, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the passenger freight announcements on this engine. Alright, so that's going to do it for this review. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Now, if you're looking to purchase this item, the retail price on this engine is $438. But if you try my favorite train store, which is a website called trainworld.com, you can check, or you can check out their train store in New York. They discount the original prices to a much lower price, and I was able to get this engine for a much cheaper price. So the original retail price was $438, but you can actually get this engine for $330. So you got a really good discount instead of paying $438. So it's a really good discount. Instead of paying $400, you're paying $330. So it's a really good discount, especially getting this good of an engine. I mean, you have perfect sound. It's a Premier engine, so it's definitely a really good deal from Train World. So I definitely suggest you should check out this train store at New York, or you can check out their website. It's just an awesome website and train store. As they lower a bunch of scale, and it's not just O scale. They have much cheaper prices for like N scale, HO scale, and O scale, and much other scales as well. So if you're looking to purchase this item, you can check out their phone number at 800-541-7010. So you can go ahead and check out their phone number, or you can call their phone number, or you can check out their website, or check out their train store in New York. So thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys get one of these, because this is an absolutely awesome product, and a really awesome SD70 if you're looking to get an SD70. So anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.